Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Top-ranked kids love the idea that they might go in the first round. But sometimes you fall into the right situation when you don't. I think that happened for Uchenna Nwosu out of USC. He went to the Chargers, a team that gets after the quarterback with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Now, he can do the exact same thing from his outside linebacker position. We just saw him get it done right there.
And the Chargers' temporary home, the StubHub Center in Carson, California, where he was born and raised. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And on the ground they go with a running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek Morgan in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Mariota now. The quick slant caught, and he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mariota to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jurrell Casey. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, and they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Caught left side, Williams. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Room to run past midfield. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going deep here for Taylor. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Benjamin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles. And they'll run it here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Mariota to throw it. And he'll do his tight end, Walker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. To the air again. Mariota. That's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Succop for the extra point. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Returnable here from the 38. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota, eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Davis. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back here right after this. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Mariota. Caught right side. It's Lewis. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
It's Webb rolling to his right. And he's got some space here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A play fake. Now Webb. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Webb to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Webb. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
The final shot before break. Webb flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, Webb. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Webb now. incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
When this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get their football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. To throw on second down, here's Webb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Let's go. Green.
To throw on third down. Webb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some space here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Webb. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
All right, here we go.
Webb. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Webb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Welcome back now here in London. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Mariota now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Mariota. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. T.J. Green with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Adoree Jackson on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Goes underneath for Henry. Oh, look at the string.
No.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota over the middle. Sharks got it complete, and he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Mariota again. And he locates Walker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run. This is Lewis. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let him run it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Webb. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Derek Morgan in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, Webb. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated because, you know, open air book.